Make-A-Wish Wisconsin is in its 41st year of granting wishes. It's considered one of the best Make-A-Wish chapters in the country, thanks to a talented team of wish coordinators, hundreds of volunteers, donors, and as I discovered, a legacy of strong and compassionate leadership, making magic for kids, families, and communities.
We've been around a long time.
They are Wisconsin's fairy godmothers.
And we've done a lot of wishes.
Judy Schwirm.
I think we all benefit from it, the magic of it.
Patty Gorski.
Over 400 wishes alone will be granted this year.
And Wendy Cousins.
It's just a wonderful, really remarkable thing that we can be together, you know, and have the legacy of Make-A-Wish sitting here in the room.
Oh, look at you.
3 generations of Make-A-Wish Wisconsin leaders.
Ready?
Each grateful and humbled for the opportunity to build upon their predecessor's legacy.
When Judy retired and I was named her successor, I gave her these planted and said, I'll never be able to fill your shoes, but I'm gonna sure try.
Patty, Judy, and Wendy have overseen the granting of more than 8,000 wishes.
Over 8,000?
Yeah.
That's remarkable. 8,000 little people were touched by it, 8,000 families.
Families like the Spadas of Brookfield. Battling a rare form of bone cancer, Lucy was 10 years old when Make-A-Wish surprised her with this fancy treehouse.
And hardly a day goes by that I don't run into somebody that has a Make-A-Wish story.
Judy Schwirm led Make-A-Wish Wisconsin for 12 years, beginning in 1987.
When I started, if we had a wish come through, the board members would pay for it on their credit card because we had no money. And we'd reimburse them when the money came.
1, 2, 3. Now, 35 years later, and with an annual budget of more than $9 million, Make-A-Wish Wisconsin will grant 425 wishes this year, more than it ever has.
We were in the trenches, but it was the donors that wrote the checks that kept us going.
Make-A-Wish is one united family, and when Judy, the Wisconsin chapter's matriarch, retired in 1999,
Knowing that I'm a service leader, a servant leader at heart,
Patty Gorski had a wish of her own.
I decided to throw my hat in the ring and let's see what can happen.
To become Make-A-Wish Wisconsin's next president and CEO.
And lo and behold, I got hired.
In addition to an impressive resume that included awards for mentorship, achievement, and influence, Gorski aced the job interview.
The perfect answer. That's what nailed it. What was the biggest problem you ever dealt with? You remember what you said?
Yes.
I never dealt with a problem. She said, because before something becomes a big problem, it's a little problem. You don't let it get past being little.
Under Gorski's 25 years of leadership, the number of wishes granted grew nearly 4-fold, the budget more than 9-fold. Furthermore, Make-A-Wish Wisconsin was the first 3-time winner of the Chapter of the Year award.
I had been a volunteer previously in previous roles, and it just touched my heart. And I knew that I wanted the ability to make a difference for children and their families living with critical illnesses all throughout the state of Wisconsin.
I understand that Make-A-Wish Wisconsin is one of the best run chapters in the country.
Very proud of that, and you know what, it's taken a lot of sweat equity among a lot of people.
And that includes Wendy Cousins.
We insert ourselves at a time where we can make magic at the moments that they need them the most.
This 13-year veteran of Make-A-Wish Wisconsin was chosen to succeed Gorski earlier this year.
If we exist to give a child hope in their most devastating moments, then we know, unfortunately, there are still children every day that are going to be diagnosed. And until that doesn't happen, we exist to bring that hope.
What does it mean to you to be carrying on Judy and Patty's legacy?
Oh, it's such an honor. It is such an honor.
And now this symbol of compassionate and people-first leadership has found a new yet familiar home.
But on Wendy's first day of work, these planted boots were in her office.
Both of these remarkable women have left incredible boots to fill.
You must be so proud of this legacy of leadership.
I'm very proud of it, and it's been good for everyone. Good for me, good for the children, the families, good for Wisconsin, and the donors.
I'm a Make-A-Wish champion for the rest of my life. I will always be there. It's in my DNA, it's in Judy's DNA, it's in Wendy's DNA. It's such a privilege. One I never took lightly, and I know Judy didn't, and I know Wendy won't.
Thanks for watching this CBS 58 Sunday Morning Story. Subscribe here and make sure to tune in to CBS 58 every Sunday morning to see more uplifting stories like this. And check out our other playlists on YouTube. You'll find everything from Everyday Heroes to our CBS 58 Hometown series on CBS 58.